Siyabingelela bazalwane egameni likaJesu inkosi. Lona umpostoli uSipho Mashiteng from Restoration Worship Center eWitbank. Siyambonga uNkulunkulu ngaleli thuba sinike lona lokuba once again sibe together sizohlephula izwi lenkosi kanye kanye. I trust and I believe ukuthi all of us, most of us, if not all of us, had a good time isona izolo as we celebrate ukufa kwenkosi uJesu. Kusenhlizweni yami ngebazalwane ngingasho ukuthi I am not going to elaborate on the events that took place ngalolo suku. Kodwa ke uNkulunkulu has just revealed izinto ezifihliwe kuyo yonke lento ekhona kwi-Good Friday. Kodwa ke ake ngiphawule noma ngiqale ngokusho and to remind us what each one or all of us namuhla ukuthi kungani kimi this Good Friday ka-2020 so special, ukuthi uNkulunkulu is taking us back to the origin, to the basics. Ukuthi a Good Friday, when it was started, it was never started in a church. It was never started in a big group, but it was started in the people's homes, where they shared and prayed together, where they celebrated in preparation yokuphuma in this journey uNkulunkulu ababizela kuyo. Number 2, ngifuna ukusho kuwe ukuthi emveni kokuhlatshwa kwewundlu something happened, uNkulunkulu khona kwenzile. We are going to continue nakulesikhathi after abantwana bakwa-Israyeli sebephumile. I-subject matter yami namuhla isekutheni after a lockdown then what? And I believe every time uNkulunkulu ezokwenza izinto kukhona izinto uNkulunkulu awathatha abantwana bakhe amthatha abafihle ukuze kwenzeke. So today we are going to concentrate kwi-journey yabantwana bakwa-Israyeli uma sebehambile for almost 40 years ehlani behamba noMoses behamba noNkulunkulu. uNkulunkulu did great things, but there was a time uma bezokwela iJordan uNkulunkulu took them to a camp somewhere else. Mayibonge inkosi. And we know ukuthi after a Red Sea they crossed the Jordan River. Then akasithatha into ezimbalwa kulokho singakafundiswa lenkosi ukuthi uma uNkulunkulu enza izinto akenzi into namhlanje ayiphinde futhi kusasa. God uNkulunkulu wenza izinto ngendlela ezingafani. Uma becrossa the Red Sea, uNkulunkulu used the rod of Moses wavula ngayo ulwandle olubomvu abantwana ba-Israyeli they crossed on dry ground. But uma befika kwi-Jordan River, it was another season, another 40 years. Ngoba uNkulunkulu udila nga-40. I'm not going to dwell on that. Uma befika eJordan River, Moses was no longer there, but they had a new leader, whereby uNkulunkulu ethi kuJoshua, Joshua, take these people, lead them across into the promised land. But uma bazowela, take note, abasasebenzanga induku kaMose, but uJoshua selected 12 priests abathwala umphongolo elithi iBhayibheli. As they stepped on the rivers, the river Jordan stopped flowing. Abantwana ba-Israyeli for the second time they crossed on the dry ground. The great river yavuleka. Now I want us to concentrate namhlanje ngokufundiswa lenkosi encwadini kaJoshua chapter 4 verse 19. Efuna ngalendlela, then the people crossed the Jordan on the 10th day of the month that marked their exodus from Egypt. They camped at Gilgal, east of Jericho. It was there at Gilgal that Joshua piled up the 12 stones taken from the Jordan River. Hallelujah. Now, this is exciting about the whole thing. Uma beqeda ukuwela, Joshua instructed amadoda that were following the ark of the Lord ukuthathana manje 12 stones out of the river. Then they had a new covenant. Hallelujah. That's God ohamba endleleni ehamba evuselela the covenants. Then they stopped there. Bengakaweli bengakayi into the promised land. Behind them is the river Jordan. In front of them is the walls of Jericho. I want you to take note, the time of rest, the time of lockdown. Yeah, at this time, now we have been locked into our houses. Why is it so important at this time? It is because something is awaiting us. The day let stop complaining, stop ungakhali. uNkulunkulu has something big in store for the church after a lockdown. Now let's go into chapter 5 ukuze izwakale kahle, because that's why message yethu ikhona. At that time the Lord told Joshua, use knives of flint to make the Israelites a circumcised people again. So Joshua made flint knives and circumcised the entire male population of Israel at Gibeah Haroth. Joshua had to circumcise them because all the men who were old enough to bear arms when they left Egypt had died in the wilderness. Those who left Egypt had all been circumcised, but none of these were born after Exodus during the years in the wilderness had been circumcised. The Israelites wandered in the wilderness for 40 years until all the men who were old enough to bear arms when they left Egypt had died, and they have disobeyed the Lord. And the Lord vowed he would not let them enter the land he had sworn to give us, a land flowing with milk. So Joshua circumcised their sons who had not been circumcised on the way to the promised land, those who had grown up to take their fathers' places. After all the males had been circumcised, they rested in the camp until they were healed. Hallelujah. Let's stop there for a while. Now, before bezongena into the promised land, God instructs Joshua, don't invade, don't go for the promise I've given you. Get into a camp and rest for a while. 2 reasons that were there. One, bonga bantu who were trained to be warriors when they left Egypt, they had all died. The remaining of them, they had to die. Here's lesson number 1. During this lockdown, God's intention for us as the church, whatever happened is all. We cannot take it into our tomorrow. Our yesterday, I qualify into our tomorrow. So whatever eglimazele in the past, whatever that is step that made you not to fulfill what God has called you for, it is time to lay down. Wishiye ngoba zikhona izinto esingeke siyongena nazo after the lockdown. Lalela ngikutshele, God has something great in store for the church. Zikhona into ezokwenzeka. Lalela, we cannot come out of this lockdown the same as we entered. We need to come out there sisingabanye abantu. Now kukhona izinto ezenzekayo. Number 1, lithi iBhayibheli, promise number 1, the sons abangazange babe circumcised, they were supposed to take their father's place. Hear me and hear me well. Ngicela ungizwe umfundisi, ngicela ungizwe umpostoli, ngicela ungizwe umprofeti, ngicela ungizwe wena ophethe ibandla, ngicela ungizwe wena oyilide ebandleni lakho. Your position is in danger because uNkulunkulu is raising sons and daughters that are going to take up the baton, because abakwazi uhamba nezinto esiphuma nazo emuva. Our job as the fathers of this time is to make sure that our sons are healed before they go in. Let us look back of what we did to our kids. Let us look back. Let me tell you, it is time for the fulfillment in Joel chapter 2, and it is after isikhonyane sidle konke, the locusts are said what God will pour out his spirit. Thereafter, the sons and daughters they will prophesy. Lalela, isikhonyane esilimaza ibandla in the past, isikhonyane ebesireyina ebandleni ebesibusa ebandleni before the lockdown. It cannot happen that we go out there uNkulunkulu angathumeli imvuselelo, and the revival ezayo, take my note, is to raise sons and daughters that will start prophesying. Bese lithi abadala bethu bayobona imibono, dreams. Hallelujah. Asibayeke laba kancane. It's a subject for another time. Now, everyone had to be circumcised at Gilgal. Abakhona. Ngamagama, those who have never made a covenant before, it was their time to come up and take and make a vow before God. And when that happened, God says to Joshua, make knives, circumcise them. And once that has been done, little people, they did not move until they were all healed. Let me come to this point. Why Gilgal? Why circumcision? Number one, Gilgal is a sacred place. Indawo lapho behleli khona in isolation, indawo lapho behleli khona bengadistejwa umuntu, ilapho behleli khona betrainwa khona to go bayolanda izinto uNkulunkulu abathembise zona, and they were circumcised in a very private time. This is the time, bazalwane, where we need to allow God to speak to us in the deepest parts of our lives. It is time whereby we need to go and cry out before God. God, this hurts me. Into ngeke ukwazi usixoxa namuntu. God ngamagama is putting us ukuze sikwazi ukhala kuye, sithulile inhliziyo zethu. Whatever hurt us, it's your time to go before God this time.